Hi girls, good morning and welcome to a very productive day in the life. So the sun is shining, it is Friday, I have just gotten the kids onto the bus. I have had 2 full water bottles already today, lemon ginger tonic, and now I'm having a little bit of coffee, but I want to make a greens powder. I did a collaboration video with Athletic Greens a few days ago here on my channel. If you haven't seen my updated winter morning routine, I will have that linked for you up here in the cards as well as the description box down below. So I'm getting ready to make an AG1 and then I need to do a quick sweep of the kitchen. Fridays are actually very busy days for me because all of the Living Well updates go out. So I finished the meal plan last night. I finished the Well Within update, but because I have built the blog on my own on the back end and probably not in the most efficient way because I'm not a website designer, I do have to make the updates live. So I can't like pre-schedule the Well Within update last night because then it would go out too soon. I hope that makes sense. So I need to do that. I also have a 2-hour long call with my business partners this morning. So that's going to be a very long and productive call. And then I need to head to Whole Foods. So the sun is shining. I figure it's a perfect day to get everything done on my list and go into the weekend feeling relaxed because we had such a productive day. I agree. Assign it. It's blank. It's Jason. Anything that's blank is Jason. Okay, lunch is served. Thank you to Daily Harvest. No, this is not in collaboration with them. I'm just always so grateful for their products, but we've got the Amy Lou chicken sausages, the Daily Harvest rice bowl. I put that over greens, half of an avocado. I might put a little bit of the Ninja Squirrel sriracha on here just for like a little extra kick. We've got a spring water. I'm going to sit and try and not look at my phone. If I do, it has to be a long form video, like a YouTube video, not quick scrolling on Reels. It is crazy what a little nourishment and hydration can do for the soul. Wow, I was feeling a little bit depleted because here's the thing, and I say this to Kaya all the time, my poor husband is on his computer from morning till night because of the work that he does. And I'm always like walking out of my office being like, people aren't meant to sit on their computers. And it really drains me. So Fridays, I think I mentioned this earlier in the video, Fridays are very busy work days for me because all of the Living Well updates go out. I did talk about this because now I'm remembering how I told you guys how I'm not a website designer, shocker, but that I have designed my entire website and the entire membership site on my own, which you guys got a little glimpse of a call that I was on with my 2 business partners earlier. And I've kind of been teasing this a little bit here and there, but essentially we are scrapping the entire membership site. So when I'm in there making updates, it feels very frivolous. So I also think that's kind of wearing on me a little bit, knowing that all of that is going away. It's literally getting thrown into the garbage. So when I'm in there updating all of these beautiful updates and working so hard on it, because of course I have to maintain it until the new one launches, and it's looking like the 1st to 2nd week of April. It's insane. Essentially, we are rebuilding all of Living Well, and it is turning into something that's greater than I could ever imagine. I'm talking recipe cards that you can save, pictures of every single recipe, courses literally built into the membership site that will stay Living Well, but we are taking it from here to here and elevating it and turning it into a beautiful self-paced course that you can go through, whether it's to heal your hormone health, your thyroid, you name it. There is a course success path for each of those. I might be giving away too much. I'm not sure how much I should be saying, but we're all best friends here. So you heard a little bit of that call, and that call is so exciting to me. It's our weekly check-in. I feel so excited and ready to go. And then to switch back into updating the old site, it's kind of depleting me. And so I was feeling do I make another coffee? And I was like, how would you get up and eat some food, have some nourishment? I filmed this beautiful video last week, all of the foods that I eat and I make from scratch practically during ovulation phase. And I will say 95% of the time I'm making everything from scratch here at home, but having things like those Amy Lou chicken meatballs and the Daily Harvest rice bowls or their pasta is the ultimate lifesaver. I had that with some greens, half of an avocado. I had some mineral water, and what do you know? I feel 110% right now. I feel like I've got lightning bolts going through my veins. I feel so energized, and it's just because as humans, and I know we don't have a choice, my husband doesn't have a choice but to sit there on his computer in meetings doing work all day. That is just the modern world that we live in. I kind of talked about this on Tuesday's video, the extra bonus video I did with AG1, but we don't really have a choice. A day like today, I had no choice but to be on my computer for 6 straight hours, but it is indeed draining. So even on a productive day, sometimes we can take these quick shortcuts, getting healthy, nourishing foods into us, hydrating our body, and reminding ourselves to get up, to move our body. So those are my midday thoughts of the day. I knew it was going to be a productive day in the life, obviously, so I took out the camera and we're filming it. But even on these productive days in the life, sometimes we can feel drained, and that's just reality of life and of being productive and being a human. But then to have an overwhelming sense of peace and ease in everything I do, and I'm a happy girl. If I know I'm showing up, I'm doing my best, and I feel at ease and peaceful, then it's a good day. Hi girls, I just got to Whole Foods and I've got my list with me. I am still a handwritten grocery store list kind of girl. Is it in my pocket? It must be in this other pocket. I am still a handwritten grocery store list kind of girl. But what I want to do is get us fully stocked before the weekend. We have my dad staying with us tomorrow night, so I'm so excited for that. So I want to get some things to cook for lunch, for dinner, to have a big breakfast. We also have tons and tons of soccer this weekend. So, sorry, I thought the car next to me was like listening to what I was saying. We also have tons and tons of soccer this weekend, so I want to get lots of snacks and quick things to have on hand. And then something really simple to make for dinner because it is such a very, very busy day. Let's head in here. It is so packed right now, but let's head in probably because it's sunny and everybody wants to be outside on a Friday afternoon. So let's head in and grab some groceries before the kids get home and off the bus. All right, girls, so we are going to make a fresh batch of rosemary water. Most of you know I have been on a hair journey for over 2 years. This is my natural color up here. I was adding like blue. I know that sounds weird. I'll insert a photo here. I was adding like a blue undertone to my natural color, which made it really cool. So it wasn't significantly darker. I mean, it was like maybe 1 to 2 shades darker than my natural, but it was really cool toned. And I had been doing that for 2 decades, literally for 20 years. I was adding this really like rich, cool tone, which I will say did look very beautiful. Like people would constantly compliment me. They're like, oh my gosh, I love your hair color. But I just felt like as I was getting older, and you know, I'm on my glow up to 40, but as I was getting older, I just felt like it was a little bit too harsh. Like it wasn't warm, it wasn't natural to me. So my natural base is definitely a lot more warm and has more warm colors to it, but I loved that like rich, cool undertone. So it's hard because I love the coolness of it, but I felt like it wasn't as flattering on me as probably my natural base. So long story short, over the last 2 years, we essentially had to lift, and it was kind of like lifting like black hair dye, essentially. It wasn't black hair dye, but that all of that cool tone, 20 years of it, literally 20 years of it, 2 decades, from root to tip. I mean, we had to lift it. And so we had to go really, really light gradually. We had to go really, really light and then progressively get darker. So ultimately, my goal is to bring this color all the way down. But throughout the process, we've been trying to make it look pretty over 2 years. And I think we've accomplished that. There was some times where like in this area got really light again, because we had to bleach out all of that really dark, cool tone. We had to lift that and remove it through bleach. So my hair has taken a beating. As you saw in that photo I just shared, I used to have such long, dark hair. My hair has been crumbling, just crumbling throughout these 2 years. And then when I did get it really long, I was like, let's hack it. Let's cut 4 or 5 inches off, just because sure, it was long, but it wasn't healthy. So with that process, it brings me back to our activity for the afternoon. I am going to be making some rosemary water. I have shared this before in a video, but I need to make a fresh batch. I'm all out. The bottle I had before that I've had for like 7 months, unfortunately, I washed it in the dishwasher. Typically, I just hand wash it. So I had put that one in the dishwasher and it came out all deformed and melted. So I still have this one, and I've shared this in the previous YouTube video. I will link both of these for you in the description box down below. So I'm going to be making a fresh batch of rosemary water. So rosemary water is incredible for hair growth. As I mentioned, kind of on this journey, I keep having to like really chop my hair. Like I even need to go here in 2 weeks just to get my roots touched up, to get a gloss and a trim, but it's never a trim. It's always like we're hacking. And when my hair is straight, it's gotten pretty long, but we're just hacking it every single time until we can get it probably, I would say from here down, because this is my natural hair color, I would say like up until my cheekbones is really beautiful hair that has some great like integrity to it. Like it's not all broken, it's not all fried. But from about here down, there's definitely a ton of damage. I'm not gonna cut it that short, but I do have to cut like at least up to here. And we're doing that multiple, like 3 to 4 times a year. So I feel like I'm just like running on this hamster wheel, trying to get it long, hacking it. But now that we're done bleaching, I'll be able to definitely maintain some of this length as we go. So with that, maintaining this length, I love to consume rosemary. You see me make this in my spritzers and all of the different hydration pictures that I share with you guys on my channel. So I also take rosemary, I put it on the stovetop, I bring it to a simmer, not a boil, I bring it to a simmer, and then we put it to the side for at least like an hour to let it set. We strain it, but I like to keep some of the rosemary. We strain it, we put it in these bottles, and then on clean hair, when I get out of the shower, I take it and I like comb it through the root, or I spray it throughout here. So let's go ahead and put together a fresh batch of rosemary water. Okay, while we wait for that to boil, I'm going to use the remaining rosemary here in my ice cube trays that fit into like the smoothie bottles, the skinny bottles, which is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop a little bit of these in here, and it will make for a really delicious and refreshing ice water. Actually, as I'm pouring the water, I'm going to put lime slices in here. So we only have a drip of water. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some lime. This has come to a simmer, so now I'm going to remove it from the heat. And then I'm gonna let this set for around 2 hours. Okay, while I wait for the rosemary water to sit for 2 hours, I'm of course unloading the dishwasher again and then reloading the dishwasher. But I just pulled out this Mongolian beef from Kevin's. I get this at Costco. Their stuff is so clean and so delicious. I'm probably going to serve it with salad, and maybe I'll even cook up some rice. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and empty this dishwasher. We're always cleaning and not cleaning. I mean, I feel like we're always in this kitchen cooking and cleaning, but that is the life. girls, I am going to go ahead and end today's video here. I hope that you enjoyed, and if you liked today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click, that way you don't miss a single video, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday.